nuke. Oh my God, it's like the who's who of everybody. Hijackers out there. How you doing? Oh my goodness, it goes on and on and on and on and on with you beautiful motherfuckers. Bishop of the bleeding asshole bishops. How you doing, brother? Night Sun, Happy New Year to you, and guess what? You get a moderatorship, and we're going to introduce you into the world of WJOKE in a little bit, but
Ooh, it's cold in here. Ugh. Hello, everyone. It's me, your friend, Stalvind's Forge. So, I left this some technical difficulties, apparently. Some technical difficulties, got it fixed. Does everybody hear me good? We good to go? Hopefully everything's going all right. It's a crisp 34 degrees in here right now. Outstanding, Outlaw. Good to see you here. Oh, you know I'm gonna hit like my first boyfriend. My first friend boy, as it were. It's so nice to stream again. It's so unusual to use OBS and see myself delayed. But that's how it goes. Once it gets nice and warm in here, I'll be right back. I'm gonna make some coffee and grab my apron. We should be good to go. Yeah, I'm back. Yay! We have made it up 2 degrees. My 2 favorite people watching, outstanding. Happy New Year's to you all. So last time, when I was in the shop, I started making some hooks. You throw a couple ropes to that or something, feed it through, and then you got a hanging hook. Nothing amazing. Just going to old Jeremy down at Magog Live Streams. Another hook for one of his prop walls, I guess. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to be working on this piece today, I reckon. We're only going to stream a little bit, till about midnight my time, at least a few minutes over, so I can say I worked up until the next year. And we'll see from there. So, after the start of this next year, I'm going to try to start upgrading a little bit more of the shop, get a lapel mic so I don't have to talk so loud towards my camera. And we might start working on moving this shop into my carport and box it in to make it a bigger shop. So, moving all this shit into there, a bit bigger area. Could be good, could be bad. We'll see. Some coffee. It's only lukewarm. It's only been about 10 minutes since we started. We're slowly creeping up to 40 degrees away from the forge. It's going to take a little bit longer for the metal to heat, given how cold it is right now ambiently. The stilt's been just sitting in here for a couple of days, just soaking in as much cold as it can. So right now we're trying to push that back out and increase the heat. just a skosh, so that way we don't cook it for specifics or waste fuel, because right now everything's closed. Trust me, getting propane right now is a pain in the ass. So feel free to share the link if you want. Do whatever, I don't mind. So prepare to be a little bored while this heats up. For you fancier folk, if you could make something nice for a shirt, I'll wear it. And shill your shit, I guess. But I like gimmick shirts. I got this one from Bunker Branding from Demo Ranch. Thank you, Bunny. Hopefully it's not going to be too bright. You can't see shit, but we'll see. That works. Fuck it. Another important note, when you do, or if you want to start smithing and it's cold out, your anvil, much like your stock steel, will suck up a lot of cold, just pulled right into the face. Now, I'm no expert, I'm no master in this field, I'm just a humble student who's doing this on his own. But this will pull a lot of the heat out of your metal when you start working with it. Now, that will eventually get nice and warm from me working the steel. So for the most part, it's a simple matter of fighting this, taking out the heat, pulling it from the forge, and moving it to here. I will lose some heat, not a whole lot, but some. But I'll lose most of my heat in the face until this warms up, which, as I work it, won't be as much as you think. Gonna adjust my earplugs. Because most of the time, I worry about I'm losing too much hearing, but we'll see. Now you see right here, there's a lot of black still, so the fire is hitting dead center, and it's not yet dispersed throughout the rest of the knife. So what I'm going to do is turn this back down so it stays nice there. I'll let this seep back into my face. Hopefully it'll warm it up just as hair. Try to straighten that out a little bit. Now, even though it's black, it's still excruciatingly hot. So you don't want to just handle it. That's why I'm using tongs. Sometimes if I have a longer piece of steel, I'll use the back end of it instead of the tongs. Tong work is its own little craft almost, and it takes a good amount of time to dedicate to it, so that way you can get good at using your tongs. So, as it goes, it goes. It's cold, my joints hurt, I've climbed mountains, fuck y'all. But either way, always make sure you have ready amount of water when you start working hot. I got some off screen here. It's a nice gallon worth of water. So, as we get to it, hey, it's Yorkie. How you doing? random explosions, don't worry, I'm not near Nashville. It's just people celebrating the new year. Now, again, you'll see it's darker on the bottom. So while it's heating up this face, I'm going to scrape off some of the scale so that way it doesn't cast itself in and cause cold spots on its own. And it'll keep it kind of neat enough that I can see the hammer marks. It's a little bit. I'll try not to yammer on too much when I start getting to actual work. But yeah. Technical difficulties or ethical difficulties? Cole, you're all right, Yorkie. That's what you don't want to do. Hit it like it owes you money. See, the harder it gets, the more elastic it becomes. So, for the most part, as long as I keep the hammer hits more or less controlled, it moves very little. The harder I hit it, the more it pushes out, which means the thinner the metal gets. It can be too thin. Right now, I'm just kind of slowly trying to belly out one part and just make it come out a little bit further at a time. Try to keep it as even as I can to prevent as much grinding. Oh, thank you, Joshua. Happy New Year's to you as well. Oh, there's 3/4, yeah. No, I didn't get a new camera, Yoda. This is the same old one I've had. But either way, back to it. So we're our way here. See, why you don't want to hit it so bad is this gets really wobbly, as you can tell from the back. It kind of waves. Now, that's also because I've thinned it out, but I'm also heading it very unevenly. Practice makes perfect, after all. I'm not too worried about hitting the edge, simply because I haven't made it yet. Oh, I guess I did get a notification. Yeah, I got a notification. guys. Ah. Now they're shipping nothing. Should. Ah, man. There we go. I need to take some water. Hey, Buzz. Hope you're doing all right. Happy New Year to you. Can't wait to taste your mead. so its faces are usually flatter than most other hammers, so I can smooth out small deformations, like when I taper in the shoulders on the back of the tang here, they kind of roll up a little bit in some spots, so I can hammer them back flat, so I don't have to worry about grinding as much, but it trues it up just so slightly. We're gonna work on them shoulders a bit more, I guess. Happy New Year's to those on the East Coast. I hope you're doing all right. It's still not yet midnight here. We still got another 57 minutes. But yeah. Happy 2021 to those of you in the future, But once we get about 10 or so minutes past midnight, we'll wrap it up here in the forge for the night. It's been a long day for me. Had to work today, so yeah, kind of a little rundown. Might unwind, might even keep working, who knows. We'll see how I feel once we get towards the end. People are popping off here. It's a little warm now. We've just reached about to 45 degrees out away from the forge. Closer to it, you're looking pretty fucking hot. So does anybody got questions they want answered, or are you just enjoying yourselves, or what? Unfortunately, I don't have cigarettes right now. If you want to donate to my cigarette cause, by all means. However, you have to face money. So you can hold that against me all you want. Just let all the badness hammer away. You know, I find this stuff kind of meditative in its own way. I love it. Helps me calm down when I'm mad. Helps me focus on stuff that matters. It trains up my eye. So, for the most part, this stuff is like meditation for me, you know? kind of. It's not as good as sword fighting was back when I was teaching how to sword fight, but it's good enough. Give it time. You'll find a mangled one around here somewhere. I don't have a pond to throw my failures into anymore. But the thing is, though, Outlaw, why make a mangled 2020 knife when I can work on making a good one? Turn a shit year for me, for everyone, for my shop, for everyone else's shops. Make it a damn fine knife. You know what I mean? Ain't no cause to make it bad. Make it as good as I can. Be proud of the progress I've made on it. Besides, working with a few thousand degrees right in front of me that's close to my face, I don't really want to fuck up, you know what I mean? Could be detrimental to my health. Now that the forge is properly hot, I'm starting to get that radiant burn. Hell yeah, Buzz. Hell yeah. I mean, I might record that later. I got a sword in there I can use. I ain't got time to get all that together right now. Brandon is, Outlaw. It's probably a Harbor Freight piece of shit. Belt grinder. Excuse me. Time for water. Oh, fuck, that's cold. But yeah, it's probably a Harbor Freight piece of shit belt grinder, honestly. I don't even know what brand it is. It could have been. It's a Hell's Forge, propane forge. It's about 2 foot long. I could give you the inner diameter, but it's going to be different because of the stuffing that keeps it in there, the insulation that we put in it, and the fire bricks take up some space. It's not hard to make these, but making them correctly is a different story. It's done me well for fucking years. I'd rather have a coke forge or a coal forge. Harder to start, but not bad. You get it hotter than what that can produce at its best. But this is consistency, but I got the moisture issue from the propane burning. So the patina continuously is there. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna ask somebody to change the music. made a monkey sound or not. I mean, induction coils are good. The problem is it costs a fuckload to run them. Yeah, I don't have that kind of money. I can't be like, I'm a small forge with a shitload of money behind it. Because that's a fuckload of power to go into those. It's not like I haven't thought about it either. Guess we'll just keep listening to this shit. Well, you stand next to it and see how it goes. And then have hot slag fall into a scale, fall into your apron. It's not that fun. Maybe I should have took that guy as my apprentice. I can have my shop cleaned while I work. Yeah, I have $3,500 just sitting around, burning a hole in my pocket. You know, I don't know who does it. I mean, but no, if I could, I would. But that's really different stuff, though. I'd use that for like my high heat metals, like titanium and such. But if I could, I would. But I can't afford that. The next big projects I want to do is do some cast work. Nice and warm. Do some cast work. Get a pair of brass knuckles made. I got some brass from my last deployment. I want to melt down. I mean, yeah, but send the cool down puddles after you collect them to me, and I would love it. But yeah, the next thing is casting some brass knuckles. I gotta get a mold made. See what we can do with these brass pieces. I'm hoping that I could cast it so the edge of the knuckles looks like the shell casing's primer area, the back end of the shell anyway, and then just put what they wanted in it and move on from there. But it is what it is. Yes, Yoda, yes. Hot metal kinds of puddles, but still, your mind's in a roughly right place, I guess. So we're going to work on these shoulders here in a minute and work it down the neck of the tank, extending it a little bit. I like where the blade's going so far for the 2020 knife. And if I can get it where I want it and finished, I'll put a picture up on the YouTubes or wherever else I can put it, Facebook, whatever. Or whenever I get the site finished being built, I'll put it on my website. That's right, baby. We got ourselves a www. It's just not done yet. Yes, allegedly. But still. Wondering what I'm listening to. I'm listening to a man rant at the moment. It was music. I mean, yeah, I could do on a Wix, but I got excited, just claimed the domain. It's not like it's super unfinished. It's just I need more photos. I just don't have time to pose for stuff and set stuff up, and I'm not a Photoshop kind of guy, so I can't have it where I'm hammering and sparks are flying. And I want to build up more of my portfolio, because I have this stupid habit of making shit, sending it, going, fuck, I need a picture of that. And 9 times out of 10, the people I don't hear from them again. I'll get back to you on that, and we'll see how that goes, you know. You're the IT expert, so I defer to you on that. So we'll talk about that after stream. Some music. I've been waiting to hear stuff and I haven't heard it yet. But to each their own. Give me a moment while I get this all knocked up. Knocked up and knocked out. Alright, we're good now. Yeah, it's allegedly an FBI agent. of bending it because it was starting to cant. So I just started trying to bring it back straight. Alright, let's see. Installs tools. What's about that? Oh yeah. Yeah, the tool I got today. The wonderful tool that is right there off screen. Yes. So, I was in desperate need of a new streaming laptop, and the one provided to me by the Killing Joke, unfortunately, was not strong enough to handle the demands of OBS. So now, thanks to an FBI agent, allegedly, IT guy, I have a workable and quite possibly better than my own desktop laptop that's allowing you to see me hammer shit into shape. So there's a guard where I work who looks like Sloth from Goonies, but his son, Sloth's son. And I was talking with him and he kept asking, and I was like, don't worry about it. Like, fucking FBI, don't worry, it's above your pay grade. This motherfucker's like, what, really? And I was like, yeah. He's like, how come he's talking to you? And I'm like, don't you fucking worry about it. Yeah, it's probably better than my desktop. That desktop is 2011-ish. Haven't changed a fucking thing on it. I should. It's got an integrated motherboard with the fucking graphics card. It's fucking retarded. Yeah, I saw the tear not too long ago. I think it's from OBS, to be honest with you, because I didn't see it before. It happens every so often, I know. I'll take a look at it when I can. What's up, Yorkie? I haven't missed much. I'm just waiting on some metal to heat. Hey, you guys! Feel free. If you want to fix that travesty, we'll talk about something in trade or money, one of the two. You do you. Yes, I'm talking about my tool. We got 20 minutes. 20 minutes until it's New Year's for me. Well, I'm working on one. I was working on three. A Bowie, a sax, and whatever the fuck that one's gonna be, I don't know yet. I'm just making. I got a couple other projects to do. I got a Swiss Army K-bar bayonet to fix, but that's not a fucking remake. I'm trying not to anyway. I don't want to take it apart and reheat and then beat it back into shape. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if you optimized it. It's like I said, it's terribly out of date on everything. It runs. Sometimes it's not noisy. Sometimes. I clean it every so often. Oh no, my phone. Is it dead? No, it's not. Cool, cool, cool. I'm just gonna turn back on my music. So, with this one, all we're doing is working on the tang. This side over here is still very fucking hot. You can tell this is fucking hot. But yeah, we're just beating and moving. Moving and beating. Hopefully one day I get as good as people think I am. That's ugly as shit. Ah. like that, it gets harder to keep it in shape. So I'm constantly fighting the excessive force I put on it and how much it actually needs. Probably should be just taken out to a pasture shot. It's an Asus desktop I bought back in like 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. One day I'll get there. I'm aiming not just to be a master of my craft, but the master of my craft. But until then, we get to enjoy the journey of getting there. The long, arduous road. Many lost hours inside the shop. Learning, failing, trying again, cussing, praising, begging, borrowing, and stealing. That's gonna be a grind. I could bring, yeah. Let's just bring that down. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Well, someone's got to cry. It's the end of 2020 for me. Another 17 minutes. So cry until then. So yeah, buddy, I will be as good as I aim to be one day and further. I will not stop trying. Until then, like I said, it's the journey to get there. What you want to see. Hoping whenever the COVID restrictions lift more, I will actually stream me doing a class for some new smiths. I think I'm good enough to teach them the basics. Just a small sip of water here. If I can get the fucking top off, goddamn. We've only been at this, what, an hour and 24? Roughly? We got 2 knives ready for a grind and some polish. And getting this one about where I want it. The 32nd of December. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? But yeah. 14 minutes. Not bad, not bad. If I had the time, I might do another few hours, but I'm starting to feel it a little bit there, Mr. Krabs. As the kids say, or whoever the fuck says it, I don't fucking know. So essentially, that's what we got. That can be ground down to a bit longer of a tang. I don't know what kind of wood I'm going to put on the back of it yet, but this right here, let me get it where you can see. That right there at top, where it's starting to look like a banana with a straight stem. I'm going to try to bring that down a bit, which means I need to bring all of that down a bit. So we're going to see what we can do. Yeah, that's fair. That is a what-you-call-it blade from the region of I-don't-know-istan. And it's very obscure, and only a few select smiths know. It's made of fucophonoium and a little bit of stellinium. So, there's that. But it probably will lend itself to a slicing type knife once I'm done with it, and send it to my guy in Kentucky who does sharpenings for me. I finish up the body, polish it, get the edge about true as I can get it, send it to him, he'll throw it under a microscope and sharpen it from there. He's a very precise kind of guy. So, more or less, it is what it is. Holy shit, we got 6 people watching? Tight. Alright, so the reason for my current swearing, I will show you as soon as I can safely grab the blade. Alright, you see that little lip in there? That's a cold shut. It didn't weld together, and I will have to grind that out. So I won't be scrapping it anytime soon, it's just, it's going to cause issues if I don't get it to close. Do swords once I have a bigger forge. That's too small to do most blades in a serious manner. I'd probably need a 3-burner, about the same spacing, just to have proper space, and it would take me a lot longer. When you work with a blade that exceeds a foot, as you see with a couple of these, they start to wave on you from the hammer blows. And price of a dagger? That depends on what you want. Single edge, double edge, full-eared or non-full-eared, patinaed, unpatinaed, clean, rather, oiled, so on and so on. But back to the swords question, I'd have to have a slightly longer anvil, in my opinion, to have the workspace from the face of it and the hammer to hammer it on. I probably need an assistant, realistically, just to make sure that everything goes as I need it to. Because one of us will be the striker, the other will guide the striker where they need a hammer. And from there, it just slowly becomes a sword. And there's a lot of points of failure in a sword. It's actually quite amazing that we've had so many examples of swords survive and be unbroken. Yeah, stimulus might be bigger than 6. For me, to make a dagger, you'd have to work with my timetable, of course, and I don't take money up front, so you're going to have to save that money. And depending on the wood, embellishments, adornments even, they would go to it. That sucks, Yorkie. But, it's always good to have a knife. You never know when you need one. But, it'd probably be less than $600. It'd probably be like 500, maybe 450, depending on what you want in it or on it. So, and you'll have to get used to, like I said, my timetable. It takes time to get it there and get it made and all that fun stuff. So, by all means, oh, we got 7 people, nice. So it just takes time. I work during the day, Monday through Friday. My shop hours are listed as 6 p.m. to about 2 a.m. because that's about the longest I can go before I have to go to sleep and wake up in time to go to work. So, with that timetable in mind, it will take me a while to make use of them. Like most people who have knives under the forge right now, no, it's going to take a while. Like I owe Gulf City cartographer a Bowie knife. I owe a riverboat a riverboat hand, a rope cutting knife. I got another knife I'm just making for fucks and giggles. Owe Joker a pair of brass knuckles from way back when I didn't have the means to cast anything. I mean, falcatas are cool, but it's not my go-to. 5 minutes till it's time for the new year. But like I said, it'll take some time, regardless of how we do or what we do. It's just all a matter of what you want. Combat ready is a very broad term. So figure out what you want and get back to me, and I'll draw it out as best as I can so you have a rough idea of what you're wanting and what it might look like completed. Sorry if you hear me talking to myself, it's just me. Yeah, I mean, I would invest it in bullets, personally. Depending on how the world goes for the United States, I might only take bullets as payment, and only the ones unfired. But still. So with that knife, because of how it's going and how it's not really coming out the way I want, I could also doctor it and give it a more ornate look to it with a split with like a split handguard almost, so it's sort of like that. Sorry, like that, to cover up the poor shoulders. I just want to make sure the shoulders are good enough to handle any strain that whoever gets that, if they want it, will put on it. Falcata is a type of sword that, if I remember, it's not a sword. Wait, is it? I can't remember if I'm thinking the right thing or not. It's a single-handed sword, slight clip at the top. I believe gladiators used it, if I'm remembering correctly. It's not my area of specialty. European weapons are my specialty in knowledge-based things. So, I could be wrong. I'm not 100%. But, I don't know. So we're going to keep working on this one until we get somewhere we'd like to be. Where I'd like to be is a little further down the road with this one than I am now. twist and start in it. So I'm going to undo that here in a second. I just need just enough of that where the twist is to heat up so I can bring it back to where it needs to be. But yeah. Yay, 7 likes, hell yeah. It does me proud to know that people enjoy this. Because I love this shit. If I could do this every day, I would. It just doesn't pay as good as my other job. But, regardless of those shortcomings, we will make it better. Okay, so I was right. It is that gladiatorial weapon. Yeah. Fucking dog tag chains pulling on my fucking chest here. Yeah. Like, not nice. Alright, so let's get this untwisted. Oh, people are excited out there. Here. Straight. Directions. It's important to go slow and make sure everything's in alignment when you do this. If not, make the twist worse. There we go. That's a little gooder. Just need to hammer a little bit on the tang. The start of the tank, we'll be alright. Alright, Josh, you take care now. And Happy New Year. Hey, it's the New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. You heard it here from Stalvind's Forge. You have yourself a great one. We're going to continue on for a little bit. And, well, keep on hammering, I guess. I feel a little up to it. I'd say we can run probably about another 15, 20 minutes. I don't know how much propane's starting to freeze over a little bit on the tank because there ain't no water in there to keep it from freezing. So we'll run it for a little longer, do some minor corrections, and then we'll wrap up. And I'll take some questions towards the end, and then we'll all peace out, have ourselves a little beer or rum, or in my case, maybe a little moonshine. But we'll see what we can do. There yet, but better. Probably even about like how it is. That'll work. I think that's good enough for tonight. Ooh, that's hot on my back. Fuck. Oh. Whew. I can hear fucking sirens everywhere. Fucking nuts. My dog is not gonna be happy. Alright. So, if you got any questions, now's your time to ask. That sucks. It's 2 hours left for you. But hey, you got to spend it with me. You got to spend it with chat. That's great. Because here, I'm happy to have anyone watch who wants to watch. Anyone just listen to the background noise of me working, mumbling to myself, poorly singing sometimes. You're more than welcome. And it's been my pleasure to sporadically show you a bit of what I love to do in my own home. I don't know what it will bring us, Yorkie, but I think we will be better off as it happens. So, it happens. Now that I have a stream device capable, and I will play with the settings as Yoda talked about, I plan to stream more often. Depending on how I feel after work, I might have a moment's notice to throw everything up, start hammering, start grinding or shaping or filing. And so it's going to be more often. It'll still be sporadic as my schedule allows. If I got popular enough, I guess I would probably try to do more like Thor's Forge and do it more often or something similar. I can't tell if that's gunfire or fireworks. That's the sad part. Fun. But I digress. It's just when my schedule allows. I plan to be more active and proactive with my forging and streaming and so on together. If nothing else, it's a good test for me to look back at what I've done and see how I've come or where I'm lacking, and to study harder to be better, so that you guys can watch something more masterfully done eventually. And in the end, I will eventually let y'all know, and hopefully, if I'm allowed, to photograph my journey into journeyman status with a mastersmith at some point in the future once I have the prerequisites knocked out. So right now, that's my current short-term goal. What regiment role were you back? I was a tanker. I was heavy armor. Armored cav, we'd always have the emblems of like knights or some kind of armored rider. So eventually, I think what I want to make my capstone as a journeyman, if once I get there, is to make a English German longsword type, and then present it to my old unit, or an armor unit preferably, as a reward for completing some arduous soldier skill that's related to that MOS. So hopefully that'll be my capstone. Whew, that was fun. We did an hour and 45 minutes-ish. I say ish because I stopped. But not bad. Probably burnt through most of my fuel. I could have been a little bit tighter with my movements and how often I was in and out of the fire. But we'll see how this year goes, and hopefully the shop grows along with the channel and people interested. And I'm not really too focused on the channel as a whole. It's more the shop and quality. So thank you for those who've stayed with us this long. And yeah, armor is no joke. People think it's all infantry shit, but they hump a lot of shit on their feet. But when you're throwing rounds up into the tank, and those bastards are heavy, it's not the length of time, it's how much shit you're doing all around. But thank you for staying with me. Thank you for coming to the end of the year Forge stream. I know it wasn't very long or for most of you productive, but for me it really was. I got some progress done with shit I needed to have done about 6 months ago. So, with that, thank you for coming to Stalvind's Forge stream, Forge fans. I'll see you in the next one.